Okay, so you found out that your spouse cheated on you. You went through the process, find out that, hey, it was probably from the beginning. You're determined, like, okay, I cannot uh, or will not be with a person that cheated on me. I know myself. I know I will never be with somebody like that. Okay. Still go through the process and see yourself as the victim. Because, and this is also helpful for those that are looking for someone and they are again trying to search for the special one. Because, again, those type of people that are, that cheat or uh, constantly doing it, again, that's more probably, they don't just go out of nowhere. They have a trail. And when you were dating, why did you choose this particular person? Was it again because it was the only one that gave you attention, or you went into a relationship into having sex right away? Well, what are the tells that you ignore, or why did you choose this person? It was the person that that triggered your trauma, your ego, your confidence on like, I feel like I'm top of the world, everybody should bow to me. And it was this person that was acting completely opposite of what I was expecting, and it attracted me. The independence, this. So, not that a person that is independent is going to do this particular betrayal. No, but it's why is it that you particular chose this person? Because I'm pretty sure you met other people that were independent, right? That were so confident within themselves. So, what was it about this? Because going through that process, you're gonna find out that what attracts you, and if you don't notice those things, it will be the same thing that is gonna happen with your next relationship. Most people think like, oh, you have a type. That only means that you have a type in the physical, but actually the physical part, the actual decisions that we make, most people say that it is 20% that we are actually attracted to. That 80% tends to be more on the subconscious, on the things that you didn't even think about. Obviously, that's what makes us subconscious, but that are really deep down rooted. One of these can be like, okay, I don't even think about it. I was like, a person that makes me feel like that I'm not enough. You consciously are not going to look at it to be that way, right? You're not consciously thinking it, oh, I'm looking for a person that makes me feel that I'm not enough. And you actually will be completely thinking about the opposite. But those are the butterflies in the stomach that we get. Most people think that that's the way that things should be happening, but you get it confused. What should happen? It should be like a friendship. You have, you like another man. It will be that kind of things. I don't get butterflies to be with my friend. What makes us to be that relationship to work is because we like things that are in common. We enjoy doing certain things, and there will be other things that are not in common again. So the aspect of the butterflies is the unconscious decisions that are making us really kind of uncomfortable but still attracting us. That one, for me, that's how I see from the beginning. I should have noticed that there were these things that were pulling me into that. You shouldn't be feeling, because most of the times it's like, I can't stop thinking about that person, which is good, because those are the areas and the moments of the honeymoon, even if you're only dating, which is good that I'm thinking about the other person. but what are some of the triggers that were like, and then I feel that if she's talking to somebody else, then there comes some insecurities. That's where the trauma comes. Seeing where the world was, what was happening. Because when we get to this idea of butterflies and anxious, we're not thinking rationally, and we then go into this like, if it was a friend that I saw talking to another friend, I would not be so uncomfortable, right? I would not go into the like, oh, I need to make sure I propose to this person, or I need to make sure I'm become intimate with this person, so that way I'm more attached to this person, and the other person is attached to me. Again, is how can I win versus the other person that is talking to this, the person that are interested. So those are the ones that you need to really pay attention. What were your intentions? Why were you making those decisions? And realizing that subconsciously that person was making you feel like you were not enough. Point made, but then she's talking or he's talking to this other person. I need to make sure this happens, because otherwise it would choose the other person. So I either have to buy something, do something to make her show and believe that I am more valuable than this other person. That's what I mean by sometimes we choose unconsciously through our traumas. Is that so? You have to go back in order, if you go into this relationship, if you have been betrayed and seen that you're not a victim, that you mask so many different things through the early stages, and if you're still having sex, then the sex completely masks everything. Not that that's why the church says to wait for marriage, not because it's bad, but because it's really amazing. Sex is amazing, so amazing that it will blind you thinking, this is it, I need to do anything and everything for this person, which should be done that way in a marriage. I'm gonna do anything and everything for this person that I have said to death do us apart. So the aspect of the sex will blind you, because that's what is demanded when you're having an intimate relationship with this person. To I have decided this will be the person, then I'm going to do anything and everything. And that's why it is required, not required as in a bad thing, like, you know, sometimes people have a connotation, or it is asked and God tells us to do it within marriage. Because of that, it comes hand in hand. I'm giving you my body, I will give you my body, which is everything that I have, and then it goes into everything that I have outside of me. So again, so if you start having intimate sex, intimacy, that will be the part that kind of clouded your mind to really see what was the issues that you could have probably pay attention at the beginning. And then because most people would believe, oh, okay, you know, he's so controlling, so, and then that's like, he did not lie to you. He did not, or she did not lie to you. The controlling part tends to be more within the guy. He's like, no, he did not lie to you. Like, when this happened, he went in, it's like, okay, I'm going to do this now. Of, I see you talking to another person, give you gifts, like this. Well, that is the aspect of controlling. He was actually showing. So this can be also seen through the woman's perspective. If he's the one, the guy that is, oh, he cheated, or and he betrayed me. Like, how can you see it that you were not the victim? It's like, okay, he cheated on me. What were the telltale time? Like, oh, I really enjoyed it that he was giving me gifts, and this other person, or this was more expensive gift, or I actually pay more attention to that it was more expensive, or that he was there 24/7. Wait, I thought that was actually a good thing. He was mainly controlling, or only he was available certain times, and I couldn't take away times in a healthy way, because, you know, you still have to be your own person when you're dating, and even after your marriage, you can go more into that, what you need to sacrifice yourself and still be your own person. So that's what I mean, going back and seeing, the victim, because if you don't learn it from this, guess what's going to happen? You're going to do it with the next person. You're going to say, okay, this other person was a mistake. This is the one. You see the other person talking to anybody else. If you haven't not gone through this search of yourself, like, oh, I'm going to give her presents, I'm going to do this, I'm going to have to marry her now, today, because otherwise she's going to leave. You have not gone through the search of, I don't feel that I'm enough. I feel that I'm not enough, so I have to perform to receive this love. Okay. So that's the whole purpose of going through that and not seeing that you're the victim. Because if you're that person that says, like, oh no, I cannot go back to someone that is unfaithful to me, go. That's not the moment to decide I was completely end my marriage. You have to go through the phases of grieving, because obviously it is really painful. But after that, you have to go to the moment of, how did I let all of this? How did I chose it? What were the hints that was going on through marriages? Why did I stop looking to them? Why did I ignore them? And working towards that to become the person, but without being resentful to the person, without putting like it was her fault for talking to the guy, because then again you're not learning like, oh, this happens, I acted this way because I did not want it to create conflicts, and I did not want it to create making her uncomfortable. And is that the marriage that you wanted? Is that the marriage that you want? It's like, no, certain times there's gonna have to be confrontations, things that are gonna make her feel uncomfortable, but for the purpose of loving each other, always with respect, always trying to understand the other person and not just being understood. And then that's how you can see, oh, I was not prepared to have those discussions. I never learned how to do these conversations, so I just knew that maybe happy wife, happy marriage, and that's the best thing that you knew. So like, and as you working through this relationship and making it say, not saying right now going back, but learning and what's happening and actually implementing it with the person. If you're going through a divorce part or separations, okay, now I do want to have these conversations, and now can I do this conversation without resentment, work through the issues, work through the problems, where we can have a peaceful and honest conversations and growth to be the man that I need to be. Then after all that journey, you are able to understand her, understand yourself, understand the situation, and understand how you could have done it better, and know how to make it better for next time. Then actually you can decide at those time, not before, but at that time, I love this person, and I know what happened, and I know I cannot continue with this, but not as a resentment, more of a, because I do believe God is calling me to love her even more, and it's gonna be by not being together, but it's gonna be a decision out of love. Okay, if you go on through that process, and not to punish her or yourself. Okay, so hopefully it helps. And again, going through this journey, or what has helped, what is guiding me to become a better man